Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to dive into a strategy for getting things done that honestly goes against everything we're taught today about sharing online. We're talking about the power of moving in silence.
Okay, so imagine this. You get that spark, that brilliant idea for a new business, a new project, or maybe a huge life goal you're finally ready to tackle. You know that feeling, right? That rush of excitement where anything feels possible?
And what's our first instinct in that moment? For most of us, it's to tell someone. We want to share the news, post about our new journey. But what if that impulse, that very first thing we do, is actually a huge mistake? And that leads us straight into something called the premature announcement trap. It's this habit we have of talking about what we're going to do way before we've actually done anything. And it can be a really subtle but really dangerous trap to fall into. Our source material really hits the nail on the head with this one. Sharing too much too soon, that's the core of the problem. It can completely derail your best ideas before you've even had a chance to get any real momentum going. So, what are we actually talking about here? What are the dangers? Well, for one, you're taking this brand new fragile idea and exposing it to other people's doubt, their negativity, even their jealousy. You might also attract the wrong kind of people, right? People who don't have your best interests at heart. And get this, psychologically, when you announce a goal, your brain gets a little hit of satisfaction, almost as if you've already done it. It tricks you, and that can just kill your motivation to do the actual hard work.
All right, so if oversharing is the trap, how do we avoid it? Well, that brings us to the core principle for today, a strategy of silence.
And what I love about our source for this is how it boils this whole philosophy down to a few really powerful phrases. See, this isn't about being sneaky or secretive. It's about being strategic. So let's be clear about what moving in silence actually means. It's pretty simple. It's the practice of putting your head down and doing the work. You take real, deliberate steps toward your goal without broadcasting every single move to the world. It's all about action over announcement. I mean, this analogy says it all, doesn't it? You wouldn't call a press conference to announce that you're thinking about building a skyscraper. No way. You'd go out, you'd buy the land, you'd dig the foundation, and you'd start building floor by floor. The silence is where the real work gets done. Now, let's talk about how this gives you a real strategic advantage. Because this isn't just about protecting your ideas from the outside world. It's about actively building your own internal strength. And this is the other crucial piece from our source. Silence is the best way to increase your personal power. Think about it. Every time you talk about your plans, you're letting a little bit of that energy, that focus, leak out. When you keep it to yourself, you consolidate that energy. You build it up. And that becomes your personal power to actually make things happen. Just look at this contrast here. On the one hand, when you're looking for external validation, your energy is scattered everywhere. Your motivation depends on what other people say, and you're totally vulnerable to their opinions. But when you build internal power, your energy is focused inward. Your motivation comes from you, not from likes or comments. Progress is measured by what you actually do. You become resilient. You become self-reliant. It's a total game changer. Okay, so the why makes a ton of sense. But what about the how? How do you actually put this into practice and let your results do all the talking? It's actually a pretty straightforward process. First, protect your idea like it's a fragile seed. Don't just plant it in any soil. Next, channel all that initial excitement and energy into the work itself, into building. Then you have to consciously delay the announcement. Just wait. Wait until you have something real, something tangible to show for your efforts. And finally, let the results become the reveal. Let your success be the statement. Because when you think about it, this is the ultimate payoff, right? Your success, the finished project, the achieved goal, that is going to make so much more noise than your words ever could. The impact is just undeniable. And so I'm going to leave you with this question. Just think about it for a second. What could you truly build if you took away the audience? If you weren't worried about what anyone else thought? What incredible things could you create in that quiet, focused, powerful silence?